Hello teachers, Integrated Learning Management is link learning management. Connect knowledge and understanding from different science, more than just one subject, and then combine under the same project or activity so that learners can apply the overall ideas of various science in real life. Teacher teach subject in past. The duty of moral citizenship and vocational education is called the tight way of doing things. Teachers are integrated in the interdisciplinary and the integrated way, so there must be course and the subject that must be offered in the same semester. Otherwise, we won't be able to integrate the teacher also taught in Thai method, and then other two teachers taught Thai language and art. Teacher must teach Thai language in 10 units. There are 12 fictional units in art, so you have to teach them more. There are 9 units in teacher himself, and teacher teach them more. But the teacher come to sit and talk. The teacher himself is main person who gives the contents to the two teachers, which is the main contents to philosophy of sufficiency economy. We came to exchange and learn from the three of us. Thai language and art subject also bring the philosophy of sufficiency economy. It may be inserted into subtopics or units depending on each teacher. But all children who learn in the philosophy of sufficiency economy that let's continue to talk about how we assign children to do 3 subjects, but assign children to do 1 object. Subject children like is very much. It is based on moderation. The child say that it was good, teacher, because if everyone give me 3 projects, 4 projects, many subjects, and then other professions, I didn't have time at all because Yan is satisfied with both the teacher and learners. When integrated, the teacher is the main subject of Thai way of doing things because we focus on Buddhist moral royalty. The teacher teaches Buddhist proverbs and lets the children choose what Buddhist verbs like. When the choose of do good, do evil, the child comes in and he came to like a part of the story that the finished writing and will consult with the Thai teachers. It is grammar collect with Jotado. The Thai teacher also introduced me to Thai section, and while he was drawing the illustration, he had to consult with the art teacher about how I draw it like this. The art teacher will also suggest that speech is not suitable. The art element is not complete. What the color is that each person recommends is the science of their own subject. At the same time, the teacher came to see if the contents had linked together from beginning to end, was in line with the Buddhist proverb it have assigned. Before the professor assigned the project, the teacher must look at the contents and social geography of the child. The children that the teacher teach are one of the 100% art. Therefore, we're very happy that the assignment we assign him a project about driving. If the teacher doesn't know the contents and social geography, the teacher will order him to do this. So, he will instruct the technician to do this, but he will quietly learn from the mechanics and electricians and then order him to write a short story like this. Therefore, the principle of His Majesty's work, he took care of suggestions and set an example of us to see his work. You see, the teacher embraced the techniques, the practice, and the teacher knew that children were art children because the project that the teacher gave what to write story, draw story, and Thai language teacher look at it as the teacher said. The first time the teacher gave 3 people per story, it's clear that they came to the big end with each other is also a different story, think about it differently, and the children at the same time were thousands of more than 1,000 and more than 1,000. These subjects are general Thai subject, the Thai way of doing things in comparison subject. Therefore, we will get 1,000 books, and that will be a story that explore from inside, because there is a happiness in making the story, watching them draw him, managing. Imaginations we cannot imagine. that he can think that it is. Is it the idea that lined with a Buddhist proverb? It's thought that the child should not be able to think, but he can think of it like the line with the Buddhist proverb. It is a moderate first and then do it. First, tie the sari to money. We just realize that boy, he can imagine him, but the university entrance exam turned out to be a woman. It turned out that the woman was attached to the university with a name, but he was not. If she didn't pass the exam, the woman took her hand to school. They draw a lot like a building, so that they came to take the bus, sweating confusedly when we love each other. From the day to month, from the month to year, women do not contact, which I didn't contact the man. I followed him and turns out that the woman had a new person, and he asked to quiet. This young man regretted the most of his life, decided to commit suicide by the jumping off of the building. When I jumped until I reached the girls as there is a good of time, the child has its own opinion. The god of time stopped it and told them that they wanted to tell her if she didn't die. It turns out that this young man is in his future will have to study and then get honors, and then the big company will accept him to work. So my father get married to set up another company. This young man have children and grandchildren, so it's really good. I had children and grandchildren. Here are 10 people. Turns out that his young screamed in the air and found that he didn't want to die because his life was so happy in the future. I actually thought short. So I say that the god of time didn't want to die, but the god of time said that it was too late because it was already going through the ground by the jumping down. She let this boy and young man fall. It didn't want the design according to the Buddha principles. The child will write accordingly, and many times he to pay for it. It done. It's over. When he asked his friends what Buddha proverbs story corresponded to, the whole class answer reflects first and then do it. This is how we can teach children to desirable distribute. Maybe we don't force them to think of themselves. Then the children receive thousands of books. We want to ask for support for the abode. Then abode give the scholarship and man next to the school. He was the district election. The district election for his to recognize because perhaps it's necessary to create an image. It is school because vacational children in the past will have a news that is not very good. Therefore, the social community and district management should recognize that they are consistently developing children in terms of morality and ethics. Then the child spent time preaching the cart out of the morning. There was the division of the gods to gather a grove of mobile carts to fairy tale community to elementary school. When I went to high school before lining up. The children came to sit and read in the north. The child asked for the autograph. Oh, my brother, I wrote it so well. Pride and his potential came up unconsciously. And then when this is a professional here and the community is inseparable, we have fit in. In community repair center to repair build to something. We take to Thai car project and push it out while the people are sitting and waiting for the repair motorcycles, repair anything, read the virtuals and disseminate them to the community, whether it's birth, sickness or death. Anything related to the temple, we will let children have a public spirit, have volunteer to help children to different religions, but is it in the teaching and learnings of teachers? We must not teach children to divide their minds. We will be teachers who do not put the wrong sets of ideas. No, children. In this picture, all religions are ready to help because of religion teach people to good people. Then we take the lesson. When we take that lesson of integrated learner management, the Thai Mobile Vehicles project to community came to brainstorm how the activity were organized in moderation. He came to analyze the nature of activity. Student make story of company, paintings with Buddhist proverbs and then put them in a mobile type vehicles to educational instrument in communities. He will tell the nature of activity in the big picture. One semester have to put around like water dripping on a rock. Every day the store is still corroded. Therefore, any teaching and learning must be repeated. You have to think about what subject the child will observe from the self-sufficiency character. He said that a moderate basic the teacher will study art, so we have the potential to make stories. At the same time, the budget money did not crowd the educational instrument because I wrote a project to ask for the River Father as a temple. When he see our project, you fully support it. I receive his money from the upper, so the moderated basis. And finally, the moderation that I am most happy about is the teacher integrated 3 courses and give me only 1 project. Save time, save budget, but importantly, I am so happy to try the budget to product. It is the quality product. Here, when we come to the casual circle, the child continued to analyze with the cause and effect. Cause and effects have meaning. That is, they are based on principles. The rules of law is to look at the necessity of life and then look at the social roles. The meaning of cause and effect, he came to connect to his work and then contract his lessons and analyze his lessons. My project is wrote a story. Driving must be thoughtful. Must be careful in every step, and then the goal is must be use our story to offer adventures to nearby educational instrument is to community because it's necessary. When children are good people, and then community is good people, reduce problem, squirrel. And now they say that when I paint, I have practiced the thinking process skill that I will tell the story from being to the end to be the line with the Buddhist proverbs that I am responsible for. I have to thinking process skills at the critical thinking and practical learning in the field of art, learning to use the Thai language, writing Thai language, relations principle that is cause and effects. That when I came to the third concern, the child said that we are amused in the teacher and the money from the reverse father to give us what set up community. The teacher themselves who wrote 3 subjects would not be part of the community at work. Therefore, the teacher themselves are amused because we don't know the people and think in many ways. Therefore, we will keep ourselves out of the money and gold. And we will have the other teacher become the community to oversee the budget expenditure in this project. Then there will be the monitoring and evaluation. The 3 teachers will be monitored and evaluated. From the teacher, while the child is working, there is a suggestion for him to provide, and then collected and then an overall assessment at the end of the semester. As for shy knowledge condition, he said that the teacher, the knowledge condition I have gotten, I know the principle of writing, I know the principle of religions affair. Know how to draw, I think how to principle of the Buddhist proverbs. At the moral condition, there are many things to get the story. The first thing that I have to be honest with myself. I will have to do it myself. I will have to copy anyone. I will not copy anyone's stories or short story because I am honest, and at the same time I have amused myself about copyright law. Here, they think carefully as for the next aspect of morality. I am kind of the teacher because maybe the equipment is different. We have an exchange that is a sharing of sacrifice, unity. Master, we can't sit and do it alone. Maybe we need to exchange and to see us sometime. I was recommended by the friends who was good at art. Sometimes they come to recommend. How many occurred love unity group work both directly and indirectly occurred, and the most important thing is that I have to be patient. Teacher, I have to have patience because if you don't have patience and determination, you can't finish it anyway because the story is not easy. If it's necessary to write correctly, to condense to the story in accordance with Buddha's proverbs before painting. These should be article elements and a beautiful color. This is what he analyzed. Then he continued to analyze what I was doing. The story about the Thai mobile can project the community. It leads to balance and stability, sustainability, and material dimension. He also said that the knowledge I gain in terms of material knowledge, I have knowledge to choose the right materials and equipment for application, whether it's a pencil, pen, or a C. It will have the knowledge to use computers to search for information on drawing. The use of right language to be applied in the work social. We have knowledge of group work, that is exchange of learning with teacher and friends can plan their work effectively, and environment will have the knowledge to choose the right resources for the job and use the maximum benefits without damaging to the environment. In terms of culture, it's a child of culture. We apply the knowledge of local identity as a concept to apply in creative work. For example, writing about some things that must be linked to their own context in social geography. Socialists work according to the set plan and be able to adapt and work with others happily. The environment is to try to use the resources that are close to appropriately according to the cultural context and social geography. They say that the art style of Thailand and the local, they can apply it to their writing and their driving to blend and things and bring the knowledge to younger siblings. We appreciate that the use of materials and equipment at every step. Professor, so that it's economical and most effective. In the social aspect, they are aware and appreciate the value of living together with others, ready to maintain a good relationship at work, to make happy in the school. We have to make a good sense of conversation, appreciate the value of creative development in the work we do as well as project the environment by leading the principle of 5S. At Folk Culture, all of us are more than just 1,000 people who wrote the story of the teacher appreciation and perceive the arts of local and just science. He can bring the local wisdom to his work in a monotonous manner to maintain the roots of Thailand and pay attention to internationality, seeing the early Thai mobile car project to the children community and manage their project accordingly to the principle of sufficiency economy. And then they happy with their work today. He is very old. He still thinks about it and thinks about the memories, and he has the conspire and share responsibility with his friends. The teacher said that the teacher must have got an idea. He would have a guideline for practice in order to be in line with their own context in social geography. Please meet with Professor Bunch of Mine for the next activity. Activity 40, Integrated Learning Management Machine, 5 points for the mobile Thai housings. Project according to the information that teacher or indicator have learned in episode 40. In the clip video, it is about integrated learning management. It is a case study of Thai mobile car project to community. After studying, the learner or teacher reflects on a clip of object and material, receive at least 2 questions by writing an answer with an explanation that is understandable, and then submit according to the date, time, and channel specified by the class teacher or class teacher. The accuracy of the answer is the discretion of the class teacher or class teacher.